A 55-year-old man who was hit by a car in downtown St. Louis just over a month ago is finally out of the hospital. St. Louis police say Edward Gordon was hit by a drunk driver and dragged down the street. 5 News 5's Laura Barczewski talked with his sister, who said he has a long road to recovery. Laura?
Mike, Edward Gordon's sister says both of their lives have changed forever because of this crash. And while he's slowly on the mend, he needs a lot of help. I want to warn you, the details of this crash may be disturbing for some viewers. St. Louis police say on September 22nd around 9:30 in the evening, a man who we now know is Edward Gordon was crossing the street at South 4th and Choteau, where he was hit by a black Ford Edge.
When my brother was getting off work, he was in the crosswalk doing what he was supposed to, and he had just got blindsided, and he said the guy was dragging him and fishtailing, trying to get him out from underneath of him. That's why I don't believe that he said he didn't know he hit something.
Edward's sister, Shauna Gordon, says he was dragged several blocks down to 4th and Gratiot Street.
He's not quite sure what grabbed up on him, but he thinks it might have been he had a hoodie on, and he thinks that something under there just yanked up on it and it wouldn't release him. So, he was trying his hardest to, get out from underneath there. He said the guy was probably doing about 40 miles an hour with him underneath the car.
She says somehow Edward got himself free from the car and the driver sped off, leaving him in the middle of the street.
By the grace of God, he has no brain injury, no anything like that. His body was just ripped apart. And also, there was a lady that was there. He doesn't know her name, but she saved his life, and he wants to just tell her thank you. I mean, she sat there with him until the ambulance came and held his arm because he was just bleeding everywhere.
Investigators used the city's system of cameras to find the driver and arrest him at a gas station. Now Cory Aiono from Nashville, Tennessee is facing charges and being held without bond. Police say he and a woman were leaving a party at Ballpark Village and he was intoxicated when he got behind the wheel.
When they seized the car, my brother's hair and skin and his clothing was still underneath of the carriage of the car.
Shauna says the crash somehow took everything away from her brother except his life.
But he's lost his job, he lost his home, he's lost everything because of this.
Aiono is charged with first-degree assault, armed criminal action, and leaving the scene of an accident with physical injury. If you'd like to help Shauna and her brother, they're looking for a permanent place to stay. He also needs some clothing, shoes, and food. I have contact information for them on KSDK.com.